Hey, I have a question for you.
What?
What's a podcast?
It's something where you record yourself.
Death. It's our last taboo. We'll talk about anything else. But if we don't start thinking about it, we can leave a mess behind. We organize our daily lives. Let's leave an organized afterlife. I'm Jennifer Gumbel, a wife, a mom, and a death attorney. That means I do estate planning and probate law. I'll talk about the legal issues that come up after someone dies, as well as some of the not-so-legal issues. Let's get over the taboo so we can have things organized for the ones we love. Welcome to An Organized Afterlife. I'm your host, Jen Gumbel, the death lawyer. And if you're a longtime listener to the show, you may have noticed that there's been a pause. See, normally these seasons have 12 episodes with maybe a couple bonus episodes thrown in. And episode 6, well, it's been a few weeks since that episode. But there has been a lot going on. See, this year, well, it's been crazy because COVID obviously has made it crazy for everyone in more ways than we ever could have expected. But this year has had a lot going on with An Organized Afterlife. This year, I created an online at your pace workshop to walk you through the information you need to know and the steps you need to take to leave a manageable to-do list. And my website, well, that's going through a redesign process so that it's easier to navigate the information that will help you leave a good legacy. And this podcast, well, it'll go through a bit of a rebrand itself. In the past year, I've talked about things that are more than just the nuts and bolts of estate planning. Things like how understanding that you will die helps you better able to live during a pandemic. And what to do when you're confronted with the realities of a not great legacy that is reverberating now. And those have been some of the best received episodes. In fact, since the beginning of this podcast, I've been getting out into areas beyond the legal stuff. See, I know a lot about legacy, the nuts and bolts, and more. And this podcast should reflect it. So in season 4, it's going to have a new name and a new look to better reflect all the things I'm talking about. But in the meantime, the remaining episodes of season 6 where I'm hitting celebrity estates that can teach us normal people things. We'll hit the Prince Estate, which is here in Minnesota, and it's got so much. I have 2 episodes about it. So much for us to learn. So keep an eye out for those coming episodes in the next few weeks. And in season 4, a new name. If I understand the technology correctly, you'll be able to find it in all the same places. You'll just see something a little bit new. In the meantime, stay safe and see you later. This podcast is for educational purposes only. Just because you're listening doesn't make you my client, and I'm not your attorney. I am a Minnesota attorney, so when I talk about the law, I'm talking from a Minnesota perspective. If you're contemplating any estate planning, you should contact an attorney licensed in your state of residence.